would be fun is I thought of it on Tuesday when I was at work before I came over. That as we haven't done a spell too far because that's a little complicated. Ryan's got to do a lot of thought and prep work into it.
I'm ready.
But you're ready. But what I came
Alright.
up with an idea is like, what is not necessarily the most powerful, but what would you consider the quintessential spell in each school of magic? You know, so for those who don't know, you're listening to the wrong podcast. This is the Geeks Next Door. We talk about Dungeons and Dragons from time to time.
It's
The
true, we
schools
do.
of magic would
What is
be
what is Dungeons and
abjuration,
what?
conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation. Holy shit, is that Mickey?
Vicky, what's up?
He just got
Hey
here from
everybody.
having a fucking Wheel of Time suck his dick.
Mm. Everybody, every character, especially Matt.
Hey,
See, I
let
knew
me,
it.
Matt,
Wait,
let
Matt's
me-
all over my
Who the
dick.
fuck is
all over
Matt?
that. Matt Calhoun? Matt Calhoun, the man of mischief.
We just got done talking how nobody remembers any of the characters, so.
But the man of luck. All
right.
He took the luck feature.
Let's start with abjuration then, since alphabetically that's.
I
quick
remember
pause.
the characters.
I just added up all the books so far released in the Stormlight Archive, and it's audio time, running time. It's about 10.5 days,
Yeah.
which isn't 19, and
Right.
it shows that that's a ton of books, but also shows my commitment to this storyline that I'm rereading this shit.
Hey, I mean, it's very nice, but it doesn't show the commitment that Mickey gets by having orgasms every time he finishes one of Robert Jordan's books. So.
And I've read them numerous times.
I don't want you guys. I don't care about your kinks with books and penises. What I want to know is your quintessential abjuration school, as my boy Dave just said here. So, what do you think?
Reference material, or we got to go off the top of our head?
Well,
No,
Yes,
you can reference
Whatever
material.
you want. There's a few. There's a few.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna have to. Let's try to agree on one.
Okay.
We're all gonna have different ones. Let's try to agree on one.
All right, Dave, what do you got? D2.
I don't know yet.
Okay. Chris, what do you have?
The ones that come to my mind are mage armor,
Yep.
counterspell, shield.
Yep.
Those are the three
Yep.
that are huge. I mean, you could throw stone skin in there for the lulls because that used to be huge. Remember third edition stone skin was ridiculous.
It was.
Now it's not that great.
was
Yeah.
the
What do I
third
wrote?
one
I
you-
wrote.
the
I
other
wrote
one you said?
counterspell for abjuration. Counterspell just feels like the most. It's like it's like, oh, fuck you. I took away your whole fucking magic. I just countered it. That feels like that. And dispel magic. I got those two as well.
Dispel magic is up there too. See,
Yeah, that jumped in for me when I'm going down
Yep.
the list.
Those are on my two lists.
I just feel like, have you ever had a wizard or a sorcerer that didn't take and use mage armor?
No, yours I think are. If I had to, I would.
Or shield. You could
Shield.
use shield or mage armor. There's a time where I would pick one or the other.
I don't think I've ever made mage without more. Well, I guess if you got like armor proficiency from something, but mage armor is just so good.
And I mean, if I had to, like,
Shield.
yeah, I would, because shield
There's
is
a lot of
fucking
good
so
ones.
flashy.
I know, but
Flashy
mage
is
armor
like-
lasts a day. It lasts 8
Yeah.
hours. It's fucking
Right, but I mean, there's something badass in my mind of going like, some magic flying to it, and you're the guy who just goes, and shields up. And Ryan's guy, I'm pretty sure Ryan cheats and uses about 8 shield reactions.
No, I just use all my
does.
first level spells, all my second level spells.
And then drop,
This is
and then
what
drop
happened.
fireballs on Mickey.
That's
Oh,
true.
Mickey had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
And
I
boo.
would probably go with
Boo. He's
shield
pretty fit.
myself.
Yeah.
Dave,
I agree.
shield, you all right? All right, I'm gonna write
Yeah,
this
I
down
think-
as.
I guess. I mean, it's
And
fine.
by the way,
I'll say
Well,
it's fine.
My
Just-
personal,
I love dispel magic.
that one is good too. I have a glyph of warding holds a special place in my heart because whenever I think of that spell, I think it seems super fun, because it's like utility out of combat fun. So that one's kind of another one
Get
that
too much fun enough.
I like, but I don't think it's quintessential. I would go with shield for that.
Can I come upstairs and have sex with you?
All right, Then we have conjuration.
Okay, yeah.
All
What do you
right.
think the best conjuration spell? Mickey, conjuration
Turn it
spell.
down on me. What can I get?
Man, I am not a wizard
So I
guy.
take care
or
of
a
Summon
my-
spell
monster.
Can I just walk as you touch me?
Misty Step
Hold on.
probably is the one I've used for rogues
I'm
the
very
most.
disappointed in you right now.
This is
I
okay.
let you
All
go
right.
out thinking you were gonna
All right.
You're only laughing.
Chris.
No, I'm the boss of my
Oh,
penis.
is that Amy? Oh
Hard to
God,
say.
damn it! She doesn't have her. Did she give you the code words?
She did give me the code words, and then
She better have given you the
I
appropriate
was
code words.
trying to cut this podcast short, but she will not have it. So, what are we on? Conjuration.
Conjuration, yeah.
So, conjuration. I mean, I hate this spell. No, I'm not gonna fucking say it. I'm gonna
Say
say
it.
no,
Say it.
because when I say
Say
when,
it. Sorry, I was just role playing with you there.
well, I was thinking of something. I was thinking how, like, if you think of conjuration, the concept, it's different than my answer. So, conjuration, the concept means like summoning things usually.
Yep.
I'm still gonna say teleport. Fuck you, Mage Hand. I'm gonna say teleport.
Okay.
Oh, Mage Hand is fucking conjuration. See,
Yes.
that doesn't
Yeah,
even.
it does.
For me, it's 100% no doubt summon, like, summon something. But
Yeah.
I would probably say summon monster because
Yeah.
that was a thing.
It was a
And-
thing, yeah.
It's not a
Wow.
thing anymore. That's the thing that's annoying. Like now it's
That is weird.
conjure,
You-
conjure elemental, conjure
Well, no,
shit.
it's still summon, but it's summon aberration, summon construct, summon elemental, summon fae, summon fiend, summon greater demon.
Those are all
Right.
like non-core book spells.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's
just
no
the
summon.
core ones?
They're all there's no summon anymore. It's all conjure. All the summons were expansion books.
Wait, are they not conjuration anymore? Because I'm looking at the conjuration list here, and I'm not seeing the like.
I'm sure they are.
I just
that-
saw a bunch.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. It's just they're now called conjure
Summon.
shit.
Yeah.
Summon beast.
Because it makes it fits the
Yeah,
name of
it's conjure
conjuration.
animals, conjure celestial, conjure elemental, conjure fae, conjure minor elementals, conjure woodland beings. It used
Oh,
to be
yeah,
just
I
summon
see.
monster. It used to be summon monster 1, summon monster 3, summon monster 5,
all the way to 9. Yeah.
all the way to 9. And I would agree that to me used to be the quintessential one. But when you hit 5th level as a wizard or sorcerer, what's one of the first spells you fucking take? You take teleport.
Teleport. Yep.
But again, it's when we're talking about the word conjuration, I have a hard time saying not conjuring something.
Yeah.
Dimension doors up there too for me.
I put find familiar just because that's a fear that's what I feel
it's
like.
good too.
That
yeah.
it's like you're bringing in something. People love having their familiar. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
this is my little buddy who's always here. He can do my things. He can do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, for me, it's Hero's Feast.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's because
yeah,
you're
that's good.
always like, I like divine spells. Oh,
Spells.
Jesus
I know.
Christ. Fucking clerics and shit.
I
wait.
would agree on teleport though. I think teleport is a great one.
Wait, what did you say, Dave? Find familiar.
Find familiar. Yep.
I was gonna say something about. You know how much I hate familiars.
I
hate.
know.
I hate
Oh, yeah.
them with every ounce of my being. I hate familiars.
Everybody
All-
gets so excited about them, and then you're like bringing them down.
Well, I love the concept of them. What I hate is my familiar is constantly invisible, can fly, and can't be detected no matter what, up to 180 feet. I'm going to send him out there, and he can telepathically communicate with me no matter what. Okay, so that takes all role playing for sneaking or stealth or anything else out completely out of the entire game because of your stupid fucking familiar. So if you want to say I got a cat and it gives me +2 move silently and it sits on my shoulder, or if it's flavorful, I'm all game.
Right. Like, yeah, I wish that like they did those again, like small passive bonuses like that.
Yeah.
Because I like the familiars when they did that. Like,
Mickey-
hey, I have a toad. It gives me 1 extra hit point.
I know, it was weird.
Cool, man. All right.
Mickey, what are you eating?
Grape freezy.
Is
with
it
icy pop.
is it just a
The-
grape freezy?
With the
Is the
grape icy
other
pop.
kind?
No, it's just normal. I eat like 6 to 10 of these a day.
What the fuck, dude?
6 to 10 of these. Okay.
That is a ridiculous number of freezy pops. If you said 1 to 10, I'm behind it. But you were like minimum 6. I wake up.
6, maximum 10.
I wake up. I get 2 in. Lunch, 2 in. Dinner,
I eat 'em
2 in. And
I get home. I eat 2. I don't eat them early in the morning.
and then I play it by ear from there.
That's just crazy. And then I go running, and then I come home and eat 2.
What the
And then,
fuck?
and then I have 2 when I sit down to watch TV, and then I have 2 after dinner.
Oh my
And then I
god.
have like 2 when Chris goes to bed, and then if I stay up late, I have 2 more like tonight.
That is some weird thing.
Freezies! Chris,
Ow.
the freezies! Give
Ow.
me the freezies!
I always wondered who besides small children eats Freezy Pops. Now I know it's only Mickey. He keeps the entire business alive just by eating his daily quota.
I wonder Walmart keeps running out.
All right, so what do you guys say about this
Yeah.
conjuration?
Yeah, what do you
Wonderful
think? What do we
world
want to
of
go with conjuration? I think teleport is a
I-
is a pretty quintessential spell. There's always
I think so. Yeah, it's
Is it-
it's
see,
the quick
I'll get on
it's
board.
the quick travel, right? I mean, it's
Mm.
just
I like Misty Step better for that.
This is a question. When we say quintessential spell,
Yeah.
the question is it a spell that's quintessential that happens to be conjuration, or is it the quintessential conjuration spell?
Yep, I know.
Okay,
Because
okay, okay,
teleport
okay.
is a classic and beautiful, but I don't feel like it's conjuration
No, and
quintessential.
I agree.
Okay.
So that's what I was trying to say. Where if I think of a 5th level spell that's in conjuration, that's the first one I'm going to take. It's fucking teleport because of its
Yeah.
versatility and it's ridiculous. If I'm thinking of a conjuration, it's definitely a summoning spell. But I hate 5th edition summoning spells. They're all
Yeah, they
ridiculous
are
and
annoying.
stupid. So if we want
You
to
could
say
say gate. Gate is still one that
Yeah.
does it still work like it used
kind
to? 'Cause
of,
that-
but if we just want to say summon monster, I'm fine with that and be like,
Yeah.
that's what we call it,
Okay.
bitches. Summon
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
monster. I'm fine
that
with
would
that.
be my vote for sure. Yeah.
Or if I was going to play Adam, I would instantly be fucking Leomund's tiny hut.
That's true. It's
Maybe
different
you
for
wouldn't
everybody.
be
but-
on the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, the other option
Summon-
is summon monster's good, but the other option is summon Freezy because fucking Mickey's got to get his shit in. So. See, but Grease, people love Grease. It conjures
Everybody loves
Grease,
Grease. Yeah.
but I still
I
think
feel like
summon animals.
Grease is a quintessential spell.
Yeah. But it is
when you think
conjuration.
and it is conjuration.
Yeah.
But when you think conjuration, what do you think? Oh, I'm conjuring.
I'm conjuring my
feel-
dick in your ass, and I'm going to conjure.
Oh,
All right,
I love it.
let's go with that and move
Bring
on
it
to
out.
divination, shall
Okay,
we?
okay, divination.
Is there any other answer other than divination?
Right, divination. It's like it's the
It's a
name,
good question. I have to look here. 'cause
augury,
That is quite tempting.
right? Augury,
Invisibility?
detect-
No, invisibility.
yeah.
Identify.
identify, detect magic.
Detect magic's huge. It's
Right.
just it's called divination. They
It's
named it
right.
after they named the spell or the school after the spell.
Spell, yeah.
I haven't cast that in so long.
I know. It's also
Old-
another
old-
harder one.
Yep.
old school True Strike.
God damn it, Dave. We're not talking about your fucking characters that love to fight, okay?
Right.
I mean, true seeing feels pretty solid too for divination.
Ooh, comp languages is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that's a good one
It's
too.
used
That's
a
true.
lot.
Yeah, that is good.
That was my argument against teleportation, but we're not there anymore.
So if we think, just go and get yourself another Freezy and smile. What,
I'll be right back.
what we need, oh, that's his crotch.
That's where
Yeah.
he keeps his freezies.
So if we look at divination, the ability to divine shit, are we talking about just detecting stuff or foreseeing stuff, or what are we trying to break down? Because otherwise, yeah, there's shit. Divination does one thing, and detect magic does another.
True. Augury being a lot like spell divination.
Yep.
That one I've come to mind more often. I think because you have more characters that reach a level where they can cast
Yeah.
augury.
And you get to say real, you get to say real or woe, and it's just
Real
fun
or
to
woe,
say
yeah.
real or woe. Yeah, yeah, that's
I
up
guess
there
that'd
for me.
probably be my vote.
Augury,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
okay
tough
with that.
though. You could
Yeah.
flip them on this one.
I'm
For
okay
sure.
with that. I also like I like comp languages, but I think Augury's probably a little bit closer to what divination stands for.
Right.
Dave too is gonna argue for True Strike, but
True strike. Yeah.
I go with one that you feel that.
I was just
gets
bringing
used
up the. Oh, was that Mickey?
I said I feel like you should pick the one that gets used the most, not the one that's necessarily the most powerful for you, but the one that gets used most often, like the one that's needed the most out of the ones that you pick.
well, that might just be because you have a lot of lower level characters too, like
Right.
that never reach their potential.
So
That
for
begs the
divination, then it
question,
would
what
be
does
most likely be
quintessential mean?
yes.
Well,
I
let's,
know. Okay.
let's not get in the
okay,
let's
maybe I
not get in the
should've came up-
weeds.
yes,
No, let's not get in the
please.
weeds.
Okay,
Representing,
We're
no,
doing
I just
good.
want to read this.
Oh, fuck
representing
me.
the most perfect or typical example of a quality or class.
Oh shit! See,
I don't know
now
if that
Rad's got to
helps,
break down.
but it was
What-
fun to read that.
What
Definitely.
Another
defines
evocation.
a quality? What defines a quality?
I'm
Okay.
looking at evocation. Talk to you guys later.
All right. All right. I think augury is pretty solid. I think
Yeah.
it is a pretty solid one overall.
I mean, if I was somebody to argue, I would say, how the fuck do you argue against divination over augury? But
Right.
I'm fine with the wheel and woe
okay.
goodness. So
Sure. All right.
Clairvoyance.
Now we have.
no, clairvoyance
You'll
doesn't
leave
count
real
anymore.
quick.
Clairvoyance is fucking awesome. Okay, but let's go on to the next one. But
yeah,
Enchantment.
Clairvoyance is up there too.
Wheel
yeah.
weaves is a wheel.
Yeah.
Right. So we have enchantment now.
Okay, so there's a few ones here. Let's start with Dave too. What do you think, buddy?
I was looking
know
at
he's taking-
someone else. Hold on.
Oh,
Come on.
how about you,
Yeah,
Mickey?
what do you think when you hear enchantment? Is like a
Yep.
sort of side question because I
Yeah.
think like
Charm person.
beguiling people.
Yeah.
Yes, the charm person.
Charm
yeah.
person.
But then you can enchant items too, so that's why I was just wondering what people think when they hear it.
Yeah, to me,
Uh,
it's charm monster, feeble mind, dominate somebody.
Dominate.
Sleep would be one that
sleeps on there,
all
yeah.
The power words.
I don't
Yeah,
see
the
the
power
power.
words.
I feel the power words. I've always felt the power words are more like
So late game.
do damage. You know, like
Yeah.
they're not,
Yeah.
but I always felt that way.
Bless. Bless is always.
Yeah, I don't think we can allow any clerical spells, any
Clerical
divine
spells? Get
divine
rid of those
spells.
cleric spells.
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't vote for him. It just,
Yeah, I think if I was gonna pick one, I'd put charm person. Just boom, charm person.
Me
It's
too.
just-
I would follow that too.
Hold
Okay.
monster, hold person, but
Yep,
charm's
okay.
fine. Charm is actually gets a nod over hold, I think, for me.
Yeah. Okay. Mickey, do you have any?
No, but charm person was one I thought.
Nice. Look at that.
If I'm honest about like power level and stuff, it's always confusion for me. Confusion's just fun.
Dude, that
Fucking
can
enchants a big
change.
area and a bunch of people.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
good.
and it like can change like the whole entire battle. Yeah. All right. Now this was evocation.
Okay, so no divine spells for evocation. Or if we want to
Right.
choose divine and then arcane, that's fine. Because I don't know
Yep.
how cure light wounds or cure wounds is a fucking evocation spell.
Evocation. Fuck that, dude. Yeah.
it used to be conjuration, didn't
I
they,
know.
back in the
Yes,
day?
No,
they did.
yep.
Which also didn't make a heck of a
No,
lot
they
of
just didn't
sense,
have a
but-
school for divine stuff. They're like
Yeah.
healing, but it's not a school.
Right,
But
just
remember,
put it in
no, yeah,
necromancy,
they had
make it life and death.
spheres.
It was-
Back in third
yeah.
edition, they had spheres. They had schools for mages and spheres for
Spheres.
for,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was a healing
Like the
sphere.
sphere of law, right? Then you're like, ooh, these are all
That's
lawful
right.
things.
So evocation. I mean, if you want to choose something other than magic missile or fireball, I'm on board. But let me know what it is.
Right. I have magic missile and fireball. Those are the two that I would ever pick.
I would have to say fireball with you there, Dave.
Oh,
That
fireball,
to me
yeah.
is quintessential. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
quintessential. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like if you point to a small child and say, "What spell do you have?" They're like, "Fire."
Right.
I feel like magic missiles that early one, that quintessential
Yeah.
early spell, and then fireball is that later
Right.
one.
Yeah. For a wizard, you hit 5th level. What are you fucking taking, dude? It's all like, well, unless you're Ryan Thomas, I can only cast from illusion, necromancy, and divination school. I'm taking fireball. God, I miss that so much too. Thinking back, where it's like, oh, cool, I'm a specialist fucking wizard, dude.
I actually
I
like
gotta-
specialization.
yeah,
a
you got to
lot.
get rid of a couple schools because it like limited you. It made you play a different kind of wizard. Yeah.
I'm playing the guy I'm playing now. I'm actually taking the classics. A
Oh,
lot of
you-
you know like if you haven't noticed, shield, mage armor,
No.
fireball.
If I don't know if you noticed it, but the only damage you've done in like the last 3 battles has been fire damage. I don't know if you noticed that. or like try to run away and cast an electrical touch or whatever that is on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, your
I don't
fucking
actually do a lot of
bonfire.
damage
You do
either.
your
It's always
bonfires.
fire.
Your crepe
Uh,
on fire.
You do
It's
your
all
shocking
fire.
grass.
I was like, all right,
And
how
then
many
you do
fire
your earth
creatures
tremor.
are we gonna fight now? Because
Oh, son of a
Right.
bitch.
Oh, don't forget Ray of Frost. He's done Ray,
Ray
of
of
Frost.
Frost, yeah.
couple
So
times.
you have some elemental. You're very elemental, which is good.
And I got earth stuff too. I went
Yep.
with this earthy kind of granola wizard style. You know what I mean? Like feels
From-
right for a dwarf. You know.
remember, and because you were watching Avatar a lot, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
That could be too. Who knows where these thoughts come from?
All right, cool. Illusion.
Illusion, yep.
Anything besides invisibility?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have a few. I have
Okay.
like
Or-
disguise self,
image
the disguise
instantly
self,
pop. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one too.
because that's like completely making yourself over.
Sure.
But I also put simulacrum because that's fucking tit.
Simulacrum is tits, for sure. It's actually one of my top favorite spells of all time.
Yeah.
When I think illusion, personally, I think of the first spell I pick when I want to be an illusionist, and it's Silent Image, and I think of all the interesting things I can do by making a thing run by or create a wall or fucking Silent Image for me. But
Yeah.
Mm.
I do think illusion is probably the hardest school to play because the DM it's a lot of DM dependent. It's all like, is the DM a dick? He goes like, well, I know it's an illusion, so I'm gonna make the guys know it's an illusion.
Yeah, it's all about the individual senses and stuff. So, especially shit with like smell and scent, like
Yeah.
silent images don't do crap.
Yeah.
Dave, too, you got an answer for this one?
I was kind of thinking Blur along that line too.
Alright,
I mean,
that's-
but in 5th edition, it's kind of a game changer because you're imposing disadvantage on every attack roll.
It is much more powerful. It used to be a 20% miss chance. Now it's basically
Right.
a 50. No, not 50% miss chance. I don't know. How would you clarify that? It's basically you have to roll twice. So I don't even
how
know.
did it used to work again?
Well,
A 20%
20%
miss chance.
average.
Just a flat 20% miss chance unless you don't rely on sight. And now
Okay,
you get
so-
disadvantage.
Which is basically -5, and 5 out of 20 would be 20%.
Maybe 25%. 25%.
Yeah. Okay. It's 4, is it?
I have
yeah.
to write a program to figure that out.
Yeah,
but
I mean
it's an
it's more
interesting
complex,
question.
but yeah.
I mean, Chris. I mean, invisibility's great, but I would pick greater invisibility.
No, nobody ever gets there. Mickey, what do you think?
Yeah.
Invisibility be again, I go by the ones that I find myself using most, but I don't use a lot of magic users. Invisibility would be my choice.
All right. How's everyone feel about invisibility?
I'm willing to
accept
accept
it as
it.
a consensus.
Okay.
But Silent Image is the correct answer.
Ooh, typical Ryan response. Yes.
I love it, Ryan.
I feel
love
like this is like, okay, Dave, if you want to have all comic books, pop culture, and movies, I give you that willingly.
Yep.
But when it comes to wizard spells, fucking that's mine, baby. Don't.
no,
You know what I mean?
I like it. I am also putting. I
wait,
am putting
but-
caveats.
Dave, question. Does
Yeah.
this mean my next character needs to be a wizard that's better than Ryan's wizard?
You can try.
Yeah, you could build a better than Ryan Wizard.
I have a question for
Like-
Ryan. When's the last time you used that spell?
Silent Image.
Have you used it in your recent campaign?
Yes. No,
I
that
don't
was a
know,
different
but
one, right?
I
That
read
was
you the
me
definition
and
of quintessential, and it doesn't matter.
The problem with your analogy with Dave is that I feel like Dave is more rational with his decisions of what's good and what's not. Just based on the fact that you think every magic card is good. You probably think every illusionary script. I can make a case for illusionary script being the quintessential illusion spell. It has the name illusion in it.
I probably couldn't make a case for every spell being good. That is true. However, comparing them
Necromancy.
all side by side. Well, this is, I don't know, Silent Image. You make an actual illusion. What's the spell to make an illusion? Silent Image.
But what's the spell to create an illusion? An illusion of nothing. You're stealthing yourself. Invisibility.
Right.
It's fucking amazing. It's
I don't
like,
care who wins. I'm just telling you my opinion. I really don't.
Yeah.
well, we
Yeah.
put a we can put a thing there and there and
I
say
have a
Ryan
caveat on
complained.
there.
Ryan
Yeah.
complained. All right, necromancy, but not necromancy that does cleric stuff.
Right.
Oh, that was healing for a while too, right?
Yeah, that was for a while.
Yep.
so-
Yep. 'Cause they were just like, because it was like, it made sense. It was like life energy.
Yeah.
Cool. Life, death. Like anywhere along that spectrum, it does that.
Yeah.
Well, and now it is evocation.
Yes.
Or what
It's
is it
like
now?
it's positive. It's positive energy that you're shoving into someone to heal them. Yes.
See,
And if-
I actually think that one makes some sense with the positive, negative energy, but it got weird with necrotic and
Which
positive
is
and
negative energy. Yeah.
and does positive doesn't hurt undead anymore, right?
No,
See, that part's that like the
I
old
know.
way made sense to me.
it was more
in
fun.
a way.
Yeah, it was more
Yeah.
fun too.
Yeah.
Now it's just
Oh.
inflict wounds, and you can do it on anybody.
Hmm.
Yes.
Necromancy. Anybody got a
Mickey,
interesting?
what do you feel? What do you feel?
Interesting thingy here.
Oh, necromancy. It's probably cause fear for me.
Okay.
For most used out of this spell list.
Sure.
I think that's an enchantment now, isn't it?
No, it's still necromancy.
Really?
Yeah, first level, yeah.
Out of Xanathar.
There, ray of enfeeblement or ray of sickness.
But isn't there a
Wait.
fear spell as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and is that enchantment?
Maybe there's no longer a fear spell. I don't. Yeah, there must not be a fear spell anymore. I don't see one. I mean, if you guys are looking through extra books, I'm not. I'm saying.
Nope. I'm looking at just.
I just
So-
have the full
DMG.
list from D&D
Or the-
on.
Of course
Yeah.
you do, you jackass. Okay.
Ryan, what about you? What do you got?
I would say for me it's vampiric touch. I'd say. And well, actually, and I almost be tempted to go cleric on this one, honestly.
I'm close
because-
too. Yeah.
Because like animate dead. I mean, I actually will go animate. Even though I love wizards, I would pick animate dead because that to me feels like necromancy at its heart, right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I'm around like Raised Dead / Rave
Yeah.
Enfeeblement,
Movement.
but I
Uh-huh.
honestly think Animate Dead fits better. Even though I've literally never used it, I don't think.
Yep.
I mean,
Me either.
maybe
I
a
don't
long
think I
time
have
ago.
ever used it. You gotta be evil to use that one.
Not
In the
anymore.
old edition, not anymore. In the old
Yeah.
editions, it was considered evil. They slowly moved away and were like, "Hey, if you like,
Do
dead
whatever you
people
want.
rising."
Yeah, maybe you are half dead, like some people we know, and then you're not evil. You're okay. You got half a soul still.
Yeah.
Do you
Or
want to
no
make
soul.
you want to make
Yeah.
a character that does whatever he wants whenever he wants? Cool.
I was leaning towards resurrection, but with no cleric spells. So,
I know. Well, we said maybe because Animate
Maybe.
Dead is.
Yeah.
Although I think Animate Dead is also falls under a sorcerer or a wizard spell as well, somewhere along the way.
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
where.
resurrection also falls under bard.
What's weird to me is resurrection and raised dead.
No bar spells.
I do not think of them as necromancy spells.
Oh,
They
I
seem
do.
like
I do.
good.
Raised Dead
Like
do.
necromancy seems generally evil, and like. No, I'm just saying, like,
I
in
know.
my mind,
I hear you.
you know,
I hear.
and those spells like seem like they'd be like positive energy spells where they take a lot of positive energy
Sure.
and something happens. But so that's just an interesting.
I think that's just society telling you that necromancy is evil.
I know
Yeah.
it is. You're right.
But I like Animate Dead. Honestly, I'm fine.
I
with
would pick Animate Dead if I was gonna pick the most used Mickey style. I think I would probably use inflict wounds the most if I was gonna pick one.
Inflict or Vampiric Touch is a good
Touch,
one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
always been a good
Yeah.
one.
False life comes up a lot because again, low level characters.
It's,
Characters,
yeah,
yep.
it's just not as good as it used to be. It's like almost unusable. Feels like to
Is
me.
it? I don't. I'm
Yeah.
remembering the old ones. The current one, what does it do? It says gain 1d4 plus 4 temp hit points.
Yeah.
What did it used to be? It was. Well, you
think
can
it
make
was
it better.
actual
It
hit
got
points.
better as
Yeah.
you got higher levels, didn't it?
Yes,
Or
yeah,
somehow
I think
it
it
got
was
better.
a D10 plus 1 per level or something.
Level,
But they were
yeah.
they were actual hit points.
Actual
You
hit
could
points,
heal
yeah.
and then get temp hit points on top
Hit
of
points
that.
on top
so-
of that, yeah, which was the best part.
So this is thing that they changed in 5e
Yeah.
is they made it so spells didn't scale, which sort of made sense for
Some of
balancing
them
because
some of them don't scale.
Cantrip.
Like
they
cantrips
scale
scale. But yes, you're right.
So they scale less than they used to, and generally they scale like where in the old days you'd have spells that were times level really frequently, and now
Oh,
you
man.
don't. It's like fixed. Fireball is what is it? 5d8.
Yeah.
Or 8d6,
86,
something like that.
86,
But
yes.
it's fixed. Now this is one thing I find a little bit annoying is as a result, you end up taking things that are useful forever. Like shield is pretty good forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like any damage spell that's first level,
Yeah.
is pretty much shit.
It's gonna be
after
out.
a
It's
while.
gonna be outclassed by a cantrip eventually. Just
So you take
damage-wise.
things like absorb elements or something,
Yes.
which can be useful, or like so you end up building things differently. I don't know.
No,
Just,
I agree. I've always
thought.
that's one thing that has always been. I mean, and maybe to an extent that's the way it's. No, it didn't always used to be that. Magic Missile was good at 9th level. You got 5 of them for Christ's
Yes.
sake. Now
sure.
it starts strong and falls off because you get 3 to start with. That's fucking huge. But then it falls off by not going up unless you
Right.
increase the spell level. But then you're just
Spell level.
you could might as well just take something at a higher level,
Some
right?
higher level. Yeah.
And usually it's worse. Like if you take, Magic Missile and you cast it a couple levels higher, and let's say it becomes 5th level, I guarantee the 5th level damage spell does more damage than Magic You know what I mean? Like it doesn't scale even if you use slots.
Yeah, I know what you mean. At 11th level, Magic Missile at first level does 3d4 plus 3. At 11th level, Ray of Frost does 3d8. I mean, and for a cantrip, that's better. It's just... Yeah, so I agree with you. I've always been kind of on the damaging spells need to be... Or not even direct damage. Just weird crowd control and stuff seem more powerful.
Yeah, and the distance. Come on, man. Bring back close, medium, far, long. Those are the best.
Right.
It's like, what, 25 plus 5 per 2 levels. And you're like, yeah. That's right.
They kind of have
how far
that now,
can you, how far can you...
names.
Right, come on. How far can your fireball go? 400 plus 40 per level. What, I can shoot this across a fucking mountain.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the hardest one, transmutation.
This one's easy for me.
Master of spells, Ryan Thomas.
The best school in Magic, so...
Yeah, by far.
I like this one. Even from a flavor perspective, I think it's super fun.
What's that?
Transmutation, the idea of changing, modifying things.
I know.
It's fun.
So what's your answer?
Oh, my answer is polymorph.
Yeah.
I think that just is the fucking bomb. And it's fun, it's good, and it's also what's the word you use? Epitome? Quintessential. It's also quintessential.
All right.
That would be my vote.
Yep.
What's the difference between polymorph and alter self?
Very little, other than it's permanent. Not permanent.
Well,
but...
no. Alter self can only do minor changes. You can change your height. You have to stay humanoid. If you're humanoid, you can't change your size category. Where polymorph, you can literally change into a T-Rex or turn someone into a worm or a frog and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep. Alter self, you can give yourself gills or whatever, so you're better at swimming or natural weapons, stuff like that. But
well, either way, the right answer is haste.
It's on my list. Yeah.
Haste, old haste for sure. I'm trying to make an argument for slow. Slow's always been one of my favorite ones because once we run into that problem where you can't fucking do enough damage to scale with fighters and stuff, slow's gonna hurt a lot of your enemies a lot. But then again, it's not polymorph or haste. I take haste over slow. So now I'm sure Dave too. What do you got? Probably Goodberry, I'm guessing, right?
Well, no, that's funny because I was gonna say if I was Adam, I would say Goodberry.
Yes, you would, and he'd love it.
But I was on the Ryan train with polymorph.
Okay, it's hard to argue against polymorph because it's transmutation.
It's literally changing something to something else. It's just like...
Though, if you are disintegrating, you're changing something into ash, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It is definitely pretty cool.
They still got polymorph object or whatever, the one that could like turn a rock into an animal or an animal, like the one that was like, if you don't like polymorph, we'll do more. This one is higher level.
There's a true polymorph. I don't know if it's different. Oh, object and a creature. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 9th level spell. See,
that's crazy.
I mean, that's what's weird. It's true polymorph, 9th level spell, cool. But you could take that or wish. I mean, what are you taking here?
and wish, you basically like, it's not true polymorph, but it's everything else 8th level or below.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So if we go by just the agreed upon, it would be shield, summon monster, various type, augury, charm person, fireball, invisibility, animate dead, and polymorph. Ryan, those are the only spells you can have.
I'm fine with that.
They're pretty powerful.
I'm fine with that.
Wizard.
You can argue them. You can argue them left and right, but I'm fine with that.
Right. I think that's pretty good. I think that was a fun thought experiment.
I'm a little disappointed that Amy got home and went right to bed. But other than that, I think it was a great thought experiment.
Did she have a few drinks?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm disappointed.
Why are we still online here? Let's do this thing.
Well,
Mickey will be over on the motorcycle real quick. Battery's fully charged.
I got freeze pops.
He's got backup gas.
Yeah,
I've got 2 of them. How many holes?
What are you doing with those freeze pops? That's not where they go.
Well, I like them a little defrosted first.
I'm glad.
Melt them a little bit.
I'm stopping
that's
this.
That's what Dave calls it. That's what Dave's move in the bedroom is, the defrost.
Ooh, that's kinky. Are we done? Can we say goodnight?
We are done. Thanks for doing that.
That was fun. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll be back next week probably. I'll be here. Dave will be here. Dave 2 will probably be here. Mickey, if he's not too tired. Ryan's 50-50, and Adam will not be here. But other than that, we'll see you next week. Have a good week. Bye.
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 You know you're 50-50.
I was fine with that characterization.